following program is from NET, the Public Television Network.
Sunny day, sweeping the clouds away. On my way to where the air is sweet. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Come and play, everything's A-OK. Friendly neighbors there, that's where we'll meet. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? It's a magic carpet ride. Every door is open wide to happy people like you. Happy people like, what a beautiful sunny day, sweeping the clouds away. On my way to where the air is sweet. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Sesame Street.
Oh, hi. Listen, Don McLean's coming to Sesame Street today. You know Don McLean, he has a banjo and a guitar. It's going to be a lot of fun. He sings and swings and things like that, so come on, join us. I'll have to tell Oscar. Hey, Bob, would you do me a favor and tell Oscar Don McLean's coming with his banjo and guitar?
Okay. What did he say? Sound like he said, go tell Oscar that Don McLean is coming with his banjo in a jar. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, I haven't got time anyway. Oh, hey, Susan, do me a favor. Go tell Oscar, please, that Don McLean is coming with his banjo in a jar.
But I'm trying to go to the store. Tell Oscar what? Tell Oscar that Don McLean's coming with a banana in a jar. Oscar? Oscar,
what
do you
now?
have a friend named Don McLean? I think he's coming over to bring you a banana and a jar. I have to go to the store. Bye.
Wait a minute. What did she say? Sounded like she said some guy's coming here with a banana and a cigar. Now,
Hey, I know who you are.
Who?
You're Oscar.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're the guy that likes all that trash.
Yeah, well, so what? What's it to you?
Yeah, well, my name is Don McLean.
Oh, yeah. Hey, wait. You must be the guy with
That's
the
all right,
banana and the cigar.
What?
Yeah, well, see, Susan says that you're
No,
coming here with...
that's wrong. I don't have a banana and a cigar. I have a banjo and a guitar.
Hey, Don, I see you met Oscar, our neighborhood reprobate here.
Yeah, well, listen,
Trash freak.
this guy is selling bananas and cigars.
No, but
that's
not
wrong,
bananas and cigars. Banjo and guitar.
Well, why did Susan say something like a banana and a cigar or something?
I know what happened. I was running in the house, and I told Bob to tell you that Don McLean was coming, and he had a banjo and guitar, and he must have misunderstood me, and, you know...
You must have had a breakdown in communication somewhere.
Yeah.
Good thinking, Don.
So it isn't a banana and a cigar. It's a banjo and a guitar.
Banjo and a guitar.
Well,
yeah.
I liked it better the other way. Bah! Humbug!
Oscar?
Yeah?
It's not Christmas yet.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's all right. Come on down the street. Let's sing for the kids down here. I don't know what it sounded like.
It sounded like a banjo in a jar to me.
Well, listen, Bob, I'll tell you, I'm really sorry. I should have slowed down so that you could understand me.
Well, I thought he said a banana in a jar. I couldn't imagine what he
I should have
meant.
slowed down when I said it.
Well, if you think that's something, I went over to Oscar. Yeah, I went over to him, and he said banana and cigar. That's what he thought you
Oh,
said.
now I know I didn't say
Well,
cigar.
that's what it sounded like.
Better the other way.
Well, anyway, we're here to hear Don with his guitar, not a cigar.
Well,
Would you guarantee us that's not a cigar?
I will guarantee you it does not smoke.
Okay.
It is not a cigar.
hey, does it have a top?
Oh, yeah, it has a top.
Oh, then
You better not light it.
It's a jar.
You know, it's true that if we do speak our language too fast, we don't communicate, and it's very hard to understand one another when we talk too fast. But it's even harder to understand each other if we speak different languages. Here's a song about different languages. Maybe you can help me. What is your language? Please tell me now. My language is English, and this is the way it sounds. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, you can do it better than that. Here we go. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, what is your language? Please tell me now. My language is Russian, and this is the way it sounds. Da 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 da. What is your language? Please tell me now. My language is French, and this is the way it sounds. We, 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 we. We, 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 we. Oh, what is your language? Please tell me now. My language is Spanish, and this is the way it sounds. Si, 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 si. Si, 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 si. Now you can let the guitar talk a little bit.
Oh, go ahead, talk to us. Speak a few words.
Oh, what is your language? Please tell me now. My language is English, and this is the way it sounds. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Hey, let's do it again. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Well, it's really important, don't you think, that now we've learned little parts of 3 or 4 different languages. I bet you never could do that. But actually, if you spoke a different language, maybe this next song would be funny to you. It's the story of a little boy who buys a house in the country, and he fills the swimming pool full of grape juice.
Oh,
Yeah. He buys a house for his girlfriend. And if you happen to be, well, I won't tell you what nationality you had to be to understand it. First, let me sing it for you. Comprei una casa bacana para passar um fim de semana. Já na piscina que sono atentas ao. Em vez de água, grapa com limão. Comprei em vez de água, grapa com limão. Now, that would be very funny to a little boy or girl who spoke Portuguese. That's their song in Portuguese. One time when I was in Haverstraw, New York, there were some Spanish and Portuguese children sitting around in a park down by the waterfront. And I had my guitar and I was singing it, and I sang this song for them, and I had to sing it 22 times in a row. Let's sing it one more time. I'll just sing it to you. Comprei una casa bacana para passar um fim de semana. Chegando na piscina que eu sou na tentação. Em vez de água, grapa com limão. Comprei em vez de agua, grappa con limon. Oh, I forgot to tell you something. The word bacana, I think, is a girl's name in Portuguese. I'm not sure. And you could use anybody's name in its place. Let's see if I can go through and put another person's name. Comprei una casa Allison para passar de fim de semana. Chego na piscina e eu sou na tentação. Brindis de água, grappa com limão. Comprei brindis de água, grappa com limão. Comprei brindis de água, grappa com limão. Oh, that's nice.
Good.
Isn't it?
I like that.
Isn't
Nice
it?
sounding language. What is it?
Well, it's Portuguese, as I said, and
Sounds like a
it's great.
Grappa
Isn't it wonderful
sounds
when you hear other
great.
people's languages sung? We don't hardly hear languages except our own in America, and there's a wealth of other languages. Of course, you can communicate with language. If you wanted to, say, for example, talk to somebody across the street, you'd use language on the telephone and say, "Please come home right away," or "I want to come over and see you." And he'd say, "No, I don't want to see you." He'd say something.
You always say that?
And,
Yeah.
or if someone was in a different state, say down in far away, maybe in Alabama or someplace, you could write them a letter. This is a song which shows you the ways you can communicate without using language. These are ways that are quiet. They're silent ways. Let's try them, too. Shake my hand and I'll shake yours, too. Shaking hands is such fun to do. Shaking hands means that I like you, and it helps me communicate with you. Here's a hard one. Wink at me and I'll wink at you. Winking means I like what you do. Winking's over before it's through, but it helps me communicate with you. Here's one we do every day. Wave hello and I'll wave goodbye. Waving hands is such fun to try. You can wave at the milkman or the waiter, or you can wave just to say, "I'll see you later."
Hey, that sounds like the old skywriter Alphabet Bates. Let's see what letter he's making. Can you see him yet? See him? He's right up there.
Way up there.
Look, Rhonda. Well, it's a straight line. What letter could that be with a straight line like that?
L.
Yeah, it could be a T, but it'd be a little
A.
off center.
A.
It could be an A. Well, it could be a V. Yeah. See how he's going at it? It could be a W. Uh-oh. Look, he's going around the top. Now it's got to be some other letter.
D.
Could be a
P.
D. Oh, yeah, it's P. Boy, he really makes some big letters. Who can think of some other words that start with P?
Paint.
Paint? Good.
Picture. Pink.
Pink?
Pink.
Uh-huh. What about pocket?
Paul.
Paul, yeah, that's his name. What about point?
Pen.
Pen?
Pencil. People.
People. What about pillow? And you know, there's another word that begins with P too. Pirate. Well, everyone here seems to be engaged in their own games and endeavors. I'm trying to finish this scarf. But if you'll look down the street, you'll find somebody else there. That's Miss Ruby Dee. And I think she's going to read a story.
So that's interesting. You know, today we're going to have a story about Manuel. Now, this is what Manuel looks like. Would you like to have him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this is Manuel's little bird called Lindo. Look at Lindo. And this is Manuel's little sister. Her name is Maria. And this is Manuel's mother. his father. Now, shall we have the story about Manuel now?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now let's see.
She had the bird.
Oh, the mother had the bird. Oh. Well, this is how our story begins. Today is a special day, said Manuel to Mrs. Garcia. Today is moving day. Maria came out of the apartment house. She's Manuel's little sister. Oh, I skipped a page. Oh. Two men carried a table down the steps. I see my bed, said Maria. Manuel looked into the truck. Where is Lindo? I don't see Lindo. There goes yes. Manuel ran back into the apartment house. He ran up the stairs. Uh-oh. Yeah, I've got the wrong page. Manuel was glad to see Lindo in his cage. Tweet, tweet, chirped Lindo. I didn't forget you, Lindo, said Manuel, and he picked up Lindo's cage. Bump, bump, bump. The cage bumped on the steps. Lindo flew from side to side in the cage. Papa, Mama, and Maria waited for Manuel. Put the bird on the truck, said Papa. Let him have a ride. Papa led the way to their new apartment. Mama, Manuel, and Maria hurried to keep up with him. Oh, the bird. Oh, wait. At last, we'll come to that. At last, Papa said, here we are. The new apartment house was very tall. Manuel and Maria looked up, up, up. See, way up. Mama smiled. She said, oh, how big, how new, how clean. Now we can take an elevator to our apartment, Papa said. So, it was the first time Manuel and Maria had ever been in an elevator. Manuel held his breath until the elevator stopped. Papa opened a door marked 10B. Bienvenidos. Welcome to our new home, said Papa. Manuel and Maria ran through the rooms. Lindo's cage was on the table, but the cage door was open. Where was Lindo? Maybe Lindo is in the truck, Papa said. Hurry down and see. Manuel and Papa ran to the elevator. Manuel got to the truck first. There was Lindo. How glad he was to find that bird. Soon Lindo was in the new home. He sang his sweetest song for that special day.
Bluebird?
Yes. I don't think it's a bluebird, but it could be. Did you like that story?
Yeah.
Moving day is fun. It's like the beginning of things. You go into a new house and sleep in a new room.
And I'm going to sleep.
Would you like to take a look at it yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, Don, that's what I call a banjo.
Yeah, it's a 5-string banjo.
5-string banjo.
Yep.
You have any other banjos?
Well, no, I only have this one, but you know, the banjo is an interesting instrument. It's the only American instrument there is.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But it has its origins in Africa.
Uh-huh.
In fact, that's the only cousin of the banjo that we know of comes from Africa. I don't know the
Oh,
name.
really? Meet my cousin, Susan. Yes. Oh, yeah.
Banjo, right?
Yeah, Ben Banjo.
Hi, how you doing?
Hello, Bob.
Hi. Hi, Don.
You know, this is my banjo.
Is that your banjo?
Yeah.
You gonna play it for us?
Lucillette.
Lucy
Yeah.
Led.
Yes. No, I'm not going to play it for you right now.
Hey, you know, we could sing an African song if you wanted to.
Sure.
It's an
Why not?
African lullaby. Maybe we could all join in on it.
No, Don.
In fact, I'll bet some of these kids right here could come up with verses to this song. We'll see
Hey,
what
you think
happens
you can
later.
do that?
Think of some verses to the song.
Well, pay attention, see what's happening, okay?
Okay.
Songwriters here.
Here's the way the chorus goes. It's just a lullaby. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Oh, Lord. Kumbaya. Oh, Lord. Kumbaya. You know, in Africa, though, they don't sing songs in unison like we do here. They have lots of different harmonies going, highs and lows, ups and downs. Let's see if we can get all kinds of harmonies going. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Someone sitting low, kumbaya. That's the verse. Someone sitting low, kumbaya. Someone sitting low, kumbaya. Oh Lord, kumbaya. Oh Lord, kumbaya. Now, would one of you like to raise your hand and try to give me a verse? Someone has to be doing something like running or falling or... Oh, you, right there. Singing, that's perfect. Someone singing, Lord, kumbaya. Oh, let's raise our voices. Someone singing, Lord, kumbaya. Someone singing, Lord, kumbaya. Oh, Lord, kumbaya. Oh, Lord, kumbaya. Okay, who'd like to try another verse? Someone's sleeping. Perfect. Someone's sleeping, Lord, kumbaya. Someone's sleeping, Lord, kumbaya. With his banjo. Someone's sleeping, Lord, kumbaya. Oh, Lord, kumbaya. Oh, Lord, kumbaya. I'd like to try one more verse. Okay. Running. Someone's running. Someone's running, Lord, kumbaya. Someone's running, Lord, kumbaya. Someone's running, Lord, kumbaya. Oh, Lord, kumbaya. Oh, Lord, kumbaya. Now, someone's since this is a lullaby, let's try and sing it softly with nice harmonies. One more time, kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Oh, Carlos, hold it. You know, I have a song you might like. It's just tailor-made for somebody on a bicycle. Why don't you come and have a seat? I'll tell it to you. You know, this song is about a boy just like yourself who's sitting out in the front of his apartment house right on steps like these. He's got no place to go. It's a Sunday afternoon, and he has a banjo. I guess he found it in the closet somewhere, and he's playing a song on the banjo. Well, really, it's only half a song. It's the only part of it he heard. He really misses the other half of the song, and he's kind of grouchy, too, because he has no other place to go, and he has to sit around and play that song all day. You know, it's kind of bad when you have nobody home and no TV and no radio. They were all busted. So all they had was this song to play. Well, lo and behold, down the street comes another boy, a new boy. He'd never met the boy before. His name was Jimmy, and he was riding on a bike just like yours. Had fancy streamers and nice white wall tires, and it was bright red. Well, Ed, that's the name of the boy who was playing the banjo, he'd never seen a bike like that before. And Jimmy, that's the boy on the bike, he stopped in front of Ed and said, Hey, can you tell me how I can get to Sesame Street? And Ed says, why, it's simple. You just go right down this road, and you just turn right, and you go as far as you can till you fall in the East River. Then he went back to playing again. And Jimmy, the boy on the bike, he said, oh, well, then could you tell me how I could get to a telephone booth so I could call my mother? And she could tell me how to get to Sesame Street. And then Ed said, well, you don't need a telephone booth to call your mother. Just take a deep breath and say, hey, Mom! And he went back to playing again. Well, finally, Jimmy said, you know, you're not very friendly. You're kind of grouchy, aren't you? He said, and I guess you really don't know how to get to Sesame Street. And Ed said, no, I guess I don't. And then Jimmy said, I guess you're not very smart, are you? And Ed looked back at him right as he was sitting on the bike, and he said, nope, but I ain't lost. Well, Jimmy said, you know, there's no reason why we can't be friends. I'm sorry you haven't got anything to do today. I'm sorry you haven't got a bike like mine. I'm just luckier than you are. And Ed said, what do you mean? I've got lots of bikes like yours. I've got 5 or 10 of them. I like to sit out on the front here and play my banjo. And Jimmy said, well, if you do, how come you're only playing half of that song? And Ed said, well, it's the only half I know. Jimmy said, I know the other half. He says, you do? He says, yeah, I do. He said, oh, would you please teach it to me? I've wanted to learn the other half of that song for so long. Well, Jimmy got off his bike, just like you did, sat right down, picked up the banjo, and started to play. Of the song, and Jimmy said, hey, let's be friends. You can show me where Sesame Street is now. And Ed said, I sure will. Thanks for teaching me that half of the song. And they both got on the bike, one riding on the back and one riding on the front, and away they went to Sesame Street. And it's really nice because, you know, Jimmy found his way, and Ed learned the other half of his song, but more than that, the music made both of them friends for the rest of their lives. Wasn't that a happy story?
Come along, Charlie, green corn, don't tell Polly, green corn. Come along, Charlie, green corn, don't tell Polly.
Yeah, that's a nice song, Don. We're just singing a little song here. Don was about green corn because I have some green corn that I'm husking right now, taking all the leaves off. It's the covering of this corn, huh? You know, we have coverings too. People have coverings. That's skin, huh? And what else has coverings? Animals have coverings, right? And depending on whether you're talking about a dog or a fish or a bird, well, they can be all very different kinds of coverings. It can be hair and scale and feathers.
You know, all day we've been talking about communication. Communication with words and communication without words. But sometimes the most important communication there is just between you and yourself. And this song is a very personal song, and it's so personal, in fact, that there's never been a record made of it. And the writer hopes that there never will be. Maybe we could just sing it, though. I don't think he'd mind that. There is a boy who lives in our town. The people came from miles around, and he sang, birds fly, aren't they pretty, sun, moon? All is beauty, fish swim, they don't make a sound. And he sang, birds fly, aren't they pretty, sun, moon? All is beauty, fish swim, they don't make a sound. He never knew his given name, but still the people went, and the people came, and he sang, birds fly, aren't they pretty, sun, moon? All is beauty, fish swim, they don't make a sound. And he sang, birds fly, aren't they pretty, sun, moon? All is beauty, fish swim, they don't make a sound. The people said, alas, poor thing, for he does not know of what he sings. He just sings, birds fly, aren't they pretty, sun, moon? All is beauty, fish swim, they don't make a sound. As he sang, birds fly.
And we have to thank Don McLean. I want to thank you for coming by. You come back and join us. We're going to sing some more.
Sesame Street has been brought to you today by the letters B, Q, and U, and by the number 10. Moving Day for Manuel by Ruth M. Baylor, published by Reader's Digest Services Incorporated. Educational Division, Young Pegasus Series, copyright 1969. Sesame Street is a production of the Children's Television Workshop.
This is NET, the Public Television Network.